paid off for him. So it looks like we're going into another TVP. The Gravity player that's being sent in now is Debaser playing Terran, and we do have a bio for him. He started playing StarCraft 2 in 2012. Before that, he only played the arcade, like Marine Arena. His previous gaming history was mostly Dota and Warcraft 3, and then custom Brood War matches. He got hooked into StarCraft 2 when he saw the game between DRG and MMA. He thought that was just a really great game, and it convinced him that he should be playing as well. He won the SCS tournament, and he beat Jim Rising in the finals to claim the cash prize there.
Awesome. And that was the end of Game 3 also, so we want to give away a code.
Ooh, code.
A code. I don't even think I told you what they are, did I?
I think you did tell me, but I don't remember what they are.
So if you...
So this is news to me, too.
If you take yourself to SC2CTL.com/code, make sure you're registered on the site, log in, you'll be able to enter this code there. The first code of the night is Boss Toss. All one word, lowercase. I'll type it in chat for you.
For those of you who don't know, that is the nickname given to MC, who actually, I'm not sure if he's first or second, but he is one of the most cash-winningest players in all of StarCraft 2.
First most cash-winningest player.
Yeah, he has won an insane amount of money through tournaments. That's not even considering sponsorship or anything like that, not including his salary from his team, nothing. Just sheer winnings that he's won in tournaments. Really impressive player, a lot of fun to play, or to watch, a lot of fun to see doing commentary and interviews as well. He's kind of a quirky and smart-mouthed guy.
All lowercase, one word, exactly as Gallegation typed it. Boss Toss, one word. Absolutely. So we will be giving away one more code, so you have 2 chances to win, so be sure to enter those. That will be our first one. And this is for those of you just joining us, it will be for... Yes, let's hope Speedy wins this. This is for a Dragon's Maze booster pack.
Yep.
That's amazing.
And you never know, you might get that really expensive card from Dragon's Maze.
Yeah, you never know.
I don't know what it's called, but it's worth a lot of money.
Voice of Resurgence.
Voice of Resurgence. A lot of money.
I've been assured by Troy that Voice is in the pack.
Been assured by our resident psychic who held their hand over the pack and mediumed, is that the word?
Yeah.
Divined is the word.
But before we jump right into Game 4 here, just take a second to say hi to us in chat. We'll say hi to you for sure. Let us know what you think of the cast tonight. Let us know what you think of the games. Feedback is always good. Follow at SC2CTL on Twitter. Follow at WingnetSC and at Gallegation. We'll be tweeting about all the matches we'll be casting every Tuesday and Thursday, so you can get to know the teams, get to know the players. We'll be giving you all that information. And also, big thanks to Das Keyboard for sponsoring us.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. So, moving right into game number 4. Mm-hmm. The score is going to be 2-1. Eternal Dreamers is up 2-1. And we're going to get going.
Right into the game.
In the lower left-hand corner, the latest and greatest from Team Gravity that's coming out to put a stop to Eternal Dreamers' run here. It's Debaser.
And the savior of Eternal Dreamers coming in and winning against Stoic David and Semper. It is Happy.
Look at those probes.
You know, I really like this map, and it's not for any reason other than it reminds me of a Rorschach test, which, if you're not familiar with what that is, those are those antiquated psychological tests where
the ink blot test?
The ink blot test, that's right. They would show you a random pattern of ink and ask you what you saw in that pattern and then judge you on what you said.
You know what? From this day forward, if anyone shows me that, I'm going to say Newkirk. Because I totally didn't see that until you said that, but now that you did, it's totally what that looks like.
You know what? And if this was a Rorschach test, I would have to say that these look like fallopian tubes to me. That's what I'm seeing in that map. So that's the secret code that will, win if you ever get one of these.
If we talk related things, if you really want to dive into my psyche, if you're showing me that, first I'm thinking Newkirk, and then I'm thinking Bomber nuking his entire army.
Ooh, yeah, that was a really fun gift to watch.
It was fun to watch live, too.
Yes.
I still think that was a troll.
Oh, it was very, very funny. That was a long game too, right? That was like over an hour, right?
Oh yeah, well over an hour.
Whew,
Team
that
Gravity
was
officials in
amusing.
the chat ask, "What's the vote?" Ah, it's asking what's better, Das Keyboard or Razor Black Widow. Of course, we're
Well,
gonna say
it's
Das Keyboard
Das
all the
Keyboard.
way.
Come on. Barracks does finish, and it is rallied across the map, and it is producing a Reaper, so he's going to use that as scouting, and it is uh, rallied at the right place. He's going to be able to get right into that base.
Yeah,
Cider
because
knows
there's a
for.
whole lot of bases on this map that they could be at.
Nah, I guess there's not. All right. My bad.
But he is gonna use that Reaper to get some scout in, which is, being not a Terran, it's definitely nice. When they first said that they were taking away the research for the Reaper, requiring the tech lab, that is the first thing that I did not think about, was using it to scout. Of course, all I thought was, oh my god, all of my workers are gonna die every game. But then, of course, they debuffed the Reaper, and now they're a primary scouting tool, and they're really awesome at that. But it looks
Yeah,
like
I actually really like that decision that they made because it really retooled the Reaper. It's used completely differently now than it used to be, and you don't really see a lot of Reaper mass rush type thing.
I forget how many Reapers it takes to one-shot a pro, but I think it's like 5 or 6, something like that. But it's an insane number to where, by that point you would have, as Protoss, a Mothership Core, a couple Stalkers, and you're going to easily thwart that away. But originally, that was a big deal when Reapers still did a ton of damage.
Mothership Core doing huge damage to that Reaper. He's trying to get it out before it dies, and he's able to do that. Gonna run it into a hubby hole so it can regenerate.
Debaser going to be putting up a bunker at the front to protect his natural expansion, which he's putting up. Looks like he's going for an engineering bay real quick, so it means he's going to be getting some +1 attack upgrades immediately, would be my guess. And there comes +1 attack.
And that
Marines being produced 2 at a time from that barracks with the reactor. He's going to be putting on some aggression here pretty quick, I would say.
Yeah, but that Mothership Core is going to be in his mineral line here in a few seconds, and that's going to be hurty.
Stargate also coming out from Haffy. I'm expecting an Oracle, as Oracles are pretty great at harassment, especially against Marines. An Oracle can take on about 4 to 5 Marines and kill them all.
Yeah. Yeah, they do a crazy amount of damage to Bio.
Especially at the time it comes out, Stim is almost never done. Attack upgrade is going to be close to finishing by the time it comes out, but I still don't think it's
Mothership
going to
Core
be done.
is in the main, but is chased away quickly by Debaser's 4 Marines, only managing to get the shields down. No hull damage is taken.
I was just checking the same thing. 0 hull damage. Oracle is out. It's going to be heading across to check out what's going on in Haffy space. He's sending his Marines back. Looks like he's got 6 of them. That's definitely going to be enough to deal with it. But FT has this Mothership Core here with the Time Warp and the Oracle. That's a really awesome thing that people have been doing lately in combination. You can really micro against the Marines a lot and get a heck of a lot more damage done. But it looks like a Viking is going to be coming out as well. Just kind of letting his Oracle chill for a second, trying to decide what to do.
He's using that Mothership Core to try and bait out the Marines, I think, to try and get that Oracle some free space to move around in.
Absolutely, but right now all he's doing is baiting the Marines into the main base, as they were all down in the
and
bunker.
Yeah, well, maybe he's trying to bait them towards the Oracle. Hull damage now being taken, and Time Warp goes down. Oracle deciding now's a good time to move in, but they are out of that Time Warp.
Yeah, I don't really understand that decision a whole lot, because he probably would have gotten a lot more damage out without that, but he does have
4.5 SCVs.
He does have 5
down.
Marines there. That's going to be enough to thwart away the Oracle. But he is going to get a couple important SCV kills to delay that factory and delay the supply depot.
Whew. Look at all those workers killed.
Up to 10, 11. Really nice Oracle micro. He did a lot of damage with being pursued by those units. Actually, would have, in that situation, liked to see a second one, but he's going crazy with the Phoenix right now. Another cool new, I would call this a bit of a new metagame-ish style. The Phoenix play from Protoss against Terran really thwarts those medevacs early game.
I'm not sure what he's going to do now, though, because Debaser's coming over with, like, 13 Marines, and that Reaper's going to go forward and see that there's not a whole lot of army at the ramp there, so those Phoenix aren't going to be super effective against those Marines.
Oh yeah, this is going to spell trouble, because that mothership is now just being reproduced, so it's not going to have enough energy for a photon overcharge. Phoenix now heading out across the base, so Haffy's going to be stuck here with his pants down with only one Stalker and a Mothership Core.
There is nothing here. And the Marines move forward, doing damage to that Mothership Core. They power it down, and then the Stalker falls. Happy getting his probes out of there. Many fall. More to follow. Jeez, oh pizza. Now he's targeting the Nexus, taking so much damage.
This is going to be GG from Happy. It's got to be. He's just totally unprepared. He's pulling all of his probes now with the Phoenix. Surely the probes in Phoenix will not be able to deal with this. Loses his Nexus.
Oh, he's lifting up Marines and sniping them as he can, and they're actually taking care of a good number of those Marines. Look at that. They've down to 4 Marines, but he's got them positioned very
Phoenix
beautifully.
still have plenty of energy. Could be taking out these Marines. I'm not sure what he's doing. Is trying to get his what he was doing is his actions were bringing his Oracle back to try and deal with this. He does clean it up, but he's in a terrible spot. Looking at the workers killed. Debaser killed 25 probes with that attack.
Yikes. And Happy just decides to GG, well played at that point, knowing that he's down a base, knowing that he is far behind and not likely to be able to come back from that.
Yeah, I'm not sure what Happy's plan was with that. It seemed a bit awkward. I mean, he got nice harassment out, but he didn't. Yeah, he went so hard into those Phoenix that he just didn't have anything at home to defend that.
Yeah. I think that Happy really underestimated the Marine count that was there. He only saw about 6 to 8 that were trying to defend against that Oracle, and I think that he was trying to put on enough pressure to make sure that the Marines stayed at home. But Debaser just realized he's going heavy air. I've got a lot of Marines. There's not going to be much at home. So he just runs right over there and is able to do enough damage to win the game with it.
Yeah, I definitely think that if you're going to be playing that sort of style, that you need to be a little bit more careful with your Mothership Core, because that would have been still one Stalker Mothership Core, and if those Phoenix were back, he would have been able to hold it off fairly well, but losing that Mothership Core was probably the biggest thing that really shut him down in that.
Yeah, Photon Overcharge definitely would have helped a lot against those Marines, and it was a really neat cleanup with those Phoenix coming in and lifting them up and one-shotting Marines. Definitely killed a lot with those, more than I was expecting, frankly.
A lot of people don't understand how much damage Phoenix actually do. I mean, you can kill a reasonable amount of Hydras with Phoenix if you've got the actions required to be able to do it. Phoenix do a lot of damage to the light bio units. Alright, as we are getting Game 5 ready, just getting our score.